This podcast is brought to you from our sponsors. Hey guys, if you have not heard about Anchor, it's a free way to make a podcast anywhere and at any time. And guess what? It's free 99. There are all types of built-in creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so you can be heard on a multitude of platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. Now, I know what you may be thinking, but Brandon, why in the world would I create a podcast? Okay, so let me tell you. First of all, it starts with an M and it ends with a Y. It's called money. So why would you be asking me why you don't want to make money? Yes, I said it because you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So there you go. Stop thinking about it and just download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. I did, and so can you.
Let's go. Willpower, the finest hour, the shade of coward. You were soured and now you're showered and empowered. Sooner or later you need a favor. Be free of haters, educator, giving my testimony just minutes later. Move your soul like the Holy Ghost with a faithful note and yeah, my quotes. Lifting your spirit higher than any ropes. I be the reason that you're believing and taking stands. We demand more of this freedom, so why you want this band? We have a voice of our own, you're hearing angry tones. Looking for some justice, must have had it postponed. Need a shoulder to lean, that goes for any means. Yeah, I'm here to uplift more than just your self-esteem. I'm a dreamer, the future is never out of reach. And I ain't least the fury, I hope the poet say I'm beast. Every day is a test, so bring your A game. And if not, I'll take blame and push you well beyond pain.
I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. Let them know. I will, I will, I will. I will, I will, I will. I will, I will, I will. I do this all for you.
I see your fears, too many tears been shed. It led to a depression, progression is what's ahead. Struggle can be a blessing, a lesson for your survival. A rival can make a move and it's never cool to be idle. Look in the mirror and see yourself at your worst. And you're working to show your worth and you're witness a rebirth. You're not alone and that never should be an issue. Roll with the ones who with you, the others are superficial. Continue to be yourself and know like you will either dish you. You in the moment, so go and own it. There's no opponent or component stopping your fight, so please go and show it. I got a purpose for people looking for something new. I promise you, I'll give you perspective and give you wider views. Say you will and I will, let's make a final vow. We'll go that extra mile, the fan would love to see you smile. Honestly, it's been a while, letters in a big pile. No shame in a stumble, we all have our flaws. Win a draw, I'm cheering for you to be a superstar. The world's clapping and giving a confirmation. The nation has got your back, a true standing ovation.
I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. Let them know. I will, I will, I will. I will, I will, I will. I will, I will, I will. I do this all for you.
I made a promise from me and you and I plan to keep it. I made a promise to all the fam and I plan to keep it. I made a promise to all my friends and I plan to keep it. I made a promise to mankind and I plan to keep it.
I will see you through.
I made a promise to you.
I will see you through.
I made a promise to you.
I will see you through.
I made a promise to you.
I will see you through.
I made a
I
promise
do
to
this
you.
all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. I do this all for you, I'm working hard for you. I put it down for you, I stood my ground for you. Let them know. I will, I will, I will. I will, I will, I will. I will, I will, I will. I do this all for you.
Welcome to another explosive episode of the Start Thinking Forward Morning Motivational Show. I'm your host, Brandon L. Draper, and you can check me out on Instagram at The Real Motivational King. I'm excited that you decided to rise above the noise and tune into this positive vibration of intellectual content. I don't take it lightly, though, that you're here. And in order for us to continue to give you nonstop, impactful content, I need your help. So hit that like button and subscribe to whatever platform that you're listening to this podcast on. And most importantly, share this message of hope and inspiration. With that being said, let's get on with the show. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started this morning. And today's show, we're going to be talking about your words become your reality. What are you saying to yourself? What are you doing to change your circumstances? Or are you only giving it lip service, right? This is the time for you to get your butt out in the real world and make something happen. Get your butt off the couch. Get your butt out of bed. Stop saying what you don't have and what you wish you had and what you all these wishing. My mom used to tell me a simple thing, and I'm going to try to say it as clean as possible, because I always used to say, man, Mom, I wish I had this opportunity. I wish I had done this. And she said, boy, let me tell you something. What I want you to do. She said, I want you to wish in one hand and poop in the other. And she didn't say it as nicely as that. She said, wish in one hand and poop in the other and see which one of your hands get full the quickest. And let me tell you something. If you try this experiment, let's just say you can make a educated guess, a hypothesis of what's going to happen. I promise you're going to have a handful of poop more than you're going to have wishes that actually come true. And that was a concept my mom was trying to teach me, is that instead of wishing, you have to make happen. But oftentimes what we say becomes our reality. So if we're talking negatively, then our life is going to be negative. Simple as that. If we're not doing nothing but talking, we're not doing nothing but thinking, we're doing nothing but just sitting there and expecting something to manifest in our life, we're crazy. That's crazy thinking. Right, I talked about it a couple of weeks ago. If you just say, well, God has it, I'm just going to sit here, right? You got to allow God or whatever it is that you believe, whatever your beliefs is, whatever your belief system is, you got to believe that in order for something to happen, you're going to have to do something in order for something to intervene on your behalf. If you're just sitting there, scheming and not doing anything, I wish I could buy this. I wish I could get my dream car. I wish I could get my dream house. I wish I could do all these things, these dreams. I wish, but you're doing nothing to get it. I wish I could pay my rent. I wish I wasn't behind. I wish I wasn't this. I wish I wasn't that. What are you truly doing to address that situation? That's the first thing. Right? Because if you're just saying and thinking about it, not doing nothing, I want you to get off your butt and realize that you are controlling you. Your life, good, bad, or indifferent at this current moment, is a direct reflection of your own thinking and your own actions or inactions, being indecisive. All these things are the things that create your life. If you're at a dead-end job, you're not making the money you want, you don't have the career you want to start a business, you're not doing that, it's no one else's issue. That's your issue. But what have you been doing about it? Understanding your words become your reality. What are you telling the world? What are you telling other people? What are you doing? Despite what you're saying, what are your actions telling people? What are your actions telling the universe? Are you telling the universe that you want to be healthy? You're telling the environment, you're telling the world around you what it is that you want? Or are you just a template that's painted in, right? You're just painted in there and you're just going with the flow, right? You're just going with the flow, not really planting a stake, planting your flag, saying exactly what it is that you want. That's the question. So understanding your words become your reality. Whatever it is that you want, you can have if you're willing to put forth some work, energy, and resources. Most people are not willing to do that. When things get difficult and they haven't gotten what they want, they get depressed and they start to hide. And you can't do that. You can't isolate yourself, right? You still got to have positive people speaking life into you, because maybe you've gotten to the point where your words have become toxic to yourself. So therefore your reality starts becoming toxic. That's why you got to pay attention to the words that you are using, because it makes the difference in your life. Remember, we talked about it the other day. You can't curse what you got. The blessings that you already have, how can you curse at the thing that can potentially save you? The things that can take you up out of hell. Don't curse those things, right? We all do it. I wish this. And my life would be better this. You know what I'm saying? I never get a break, right? If you're saying you never get a break, most likely you're never going to get a break. Be careful on what you say. So today, I'm going to share a story with you. I hope you've gotten a copy of the book, Stop Majoring in the Minors, A Thinking Forward Approach on How to Create the Life You Want Rather Than Tolerating the Life That You Have. We're going to start on chapter 1, and I'm going right to the bridge because I want to share a story with you this morning to make you think a little bit in your spirit, to maybe look at things just a little differently. And that's all I want you to do. It makes you think, right? So let's talk about Gina. She hadn't been able to sleep in a month. Sleep seemed like a luxury now. Every time she closed her eyes to sleep, Gina dreamt of shadows pursuing her. Slowly, she sat up, turned to her bedside lamp. How in the hell did I get myself into this mess, she said. She had no answer for her own question. Slowly, like a little girl, Gina spared a glance at the bedside clock and cursed once again. The time was 2 a.m. She had been lying in her bed for over 2 hours, just thinking of the fact that she may lose everything that she had struggled to achieve within a twinkle of an eye. Damn it, she exclaimed once again. Gina swung her long legs on the marble floor and she went to her feet. And she walked to the dressing table near her closet to take a good look at herself. My career is about to go down the drain, she groaned again. Oh yes, her world was crashing in around her. A single mistake was about to cost her career, and she didn't know how she would cope with her kids' school fees, food, and other basic needs. Gina was an accountant with a glamorous IT firm. As the head accountant, she was responsible for recording the flow of money in the firm. Unknowing to her, her assistant had been laundering money. Only she and Carl, her assistant, had the password to her computer. Gina had trusted Carl so much that his betrayal was never expected. My problem is that I trust too much, she muttered. Her manager, Jack, had walked into her office a month ago and demanded she explain the disappearance of $20,000 from the company's account. Gina had stared at the man as if he was insane. Surely, sir, there must be a mistake, she supplied. Of course there's a problem. $20,000 is missing under your watch. How in the hell will you explain this? He had stormed out of the office with shaking hands. Gina clicked on the computer and began to dig. 5 minutes later, 2 auditors appeared. They had been sent by Jack. After 2 hours of intense investigation, it was discovered that $20,000 was indeed missing. You have to believe me. I know nothing about this, she tried to explain. You are the head of accounting. Only you have the password for this, the auditor said. Yes, but Carl also has the password to my computer, she explained. Carl was summoned for a meeting the following day. He never appeared. He's disappeared. The case was still being investigated, and she had been put on suspension. My career is about to go down the drain and I can't do nothing about it. Gina knew that soon the investigation would be over. The firm would insist she pay the stolen money, $20,000. No one would ever hire her if she was accused of fraud. How would I explain to my kids that our lives are about to take another turn? Amy was 10 and Turner was 7. Gina had always thrived to give her kids the best life she could. She may not only lose her job, she may also lose her life savings. The thought of falling from grace to grass made her almost weep with sadness. Gina had grown up in poverty and she had worked night and day to reach her current position. In a few weeks, Carl had succeeded in tarnishing her image. She was getting sacked, as they say, and no one would ever hire her again. Gina since then worried all night and all day. She hardly ate anything or even laughed. She had succeeded in fooling the kids, but she knew she couldn't fool them any longer. She hated the fact that she had spent more time worrying and not thinking of a way forward. She said to herself, "You have a plan." Gina sat on a dressing chair. She came to the realization that her career as an accountant may be already over. But she was also an event planner. All she needed was to get the capital towards opening her own business. Thinking and worrying without doing anything would only destroy her. She had kids to fend for, and she had her own hands to work with. The worst that could happen is to lose my job. When this happened, she could switch careers and move to event planning or decoration, fearing the fact that she was a disgrace and that her career was over would do her no good. Gina vowed it was time that she stopped worrying and start thinking of a way forward. Gina smiled genuinely for the first time in a month. She climbed into bed, and within 10 minutes, she was sleeping soundlessly. That's the story right out of the book, Stop Majoring in the Minors. And that's from chapter 1. What worries you at night keeps you losing in life. Worrying is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it gets you nowhere. And that quote is from Glenn Turner. So that chapter is chapter 1. What worries you at night keeps you losing in life. And that story. So in each chapter of this book, there's a story. The story continues about the life and struggles of Gina. So get an opportunity. Coming in April, go and grab you a copy of Stop Majoring in the Minors, the thinking forward approach to how to create the life you want rather than tolerating the life you have. Go grab that book in April from our website. But at the end of the day, your words become your reality. When she was thinking negative, she got negative results. But when she started thinking positive and realized what other opportunities that was before her, she was already an event planner. This was a skill that she put to the side, that she put on the back burner. So now she's faced with a situation where she's been accused of doing something that she hasn't, about to lose her career, her reputation. She'll never be able to get a job again. She comes to the realization that she can take control of her life. We feel like oftentimes we don't have control over our lives. Well, I don't have any money, we say. I can't do this, we say. But how hard are we trying to find a solution to that problem? Wait, think about it. Once we say we can't afford something, right? Our mind shuts down. We no longer want to think about it. Because if we say we can't afford it, what's the point of dwelling on it? This makes us feel bad that we can't do it. But when you say, how can I afford that? Now we're forced to think and come up with creative ways and strategies on how to do it, right? Someone would say, I want to write a book but I don't have the money. Then, have you ever heard of crowdfunding? And they look at you there in the headlights. What's that? Right? Based upon the information that you have or don't have, it's costing you to move or stay still. See, if you don't have the right information, right, that you need, you stay still because you're scared that if you make a move, right, it may be painful, you may hurt yourself, or you may lose. So you stay in one spot because at least you feel that one spot you got secure. You got that spot secure. But if you had the right information, then you'll be willing. You can negotiate. You can navigate moving past that one spot. But because you don't have that information, certain things have not been revealed to you, you cannot make any decisions on information that hasn't been given to you. So the only thing that you can do is make things a reality based on what you're saying and what you're thinking. So if you're already thinking negative, you're going to get negative results. So how do you? Now I didn't say your feelings become your reality. I said your words, right? Your words is what you utter. Your thoughts, right? The words that you put out of your mouth, your thoughts that you put out into the world. I did not say your feelings. I'm not saying that you may not be in pain right now. I'm not saying that. Right? I'm telling you, your words become your reality. So despite how you feel, right? Despite how you feel, that's not what needs to come out of your mouth. Because I understand if you're trying to create a business, you're trying to get some stuff correct in your personal life, wherever the case may be, you might be going through a lot of pain and frustration. That pain that you feel is real. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm saying it's very much real, right? I'm not trying to negate that. I'm not trying to delineate that by any means or measures. What I'm telling you is that your feeling does not create your reality, right? Your words and what you're putting out, how you feel right now has nothing to do, because you might be feeling like crap, but that doesn't mean your future's going to be crap. But it depends on how you're speaking about it, because right now, if you're going through the pain and you're only speaking about negativity, dang, that's why you got the pain in the first place. Because every time you're faced with adversity, the only thing you can go back to is the negative of what you don't have, what you wish you had, why so-and-so always get a shot, why so-and-so got paid and I didn't, right? That negativity only breeds negativity. Yeah, you may feel like certain things are unfair, and that's a great assessment. That's a feeling that you have, and you feel like it's unfair that this person got a promotion over you, that they got a raise over you, that so-and-so started their business with the help of someone else and you never got that help and you're upset about that. That's a feeling. That's a legitimate feeling. But don't let that feeling control your reality, because you start speaking negativity. You start putting poison in your mindset, that you start uttering words that only bring back more negativity. No matter how you feel, don't have to be your future. Does not have to be what's to come. Your words become your reality, right? Stop hating on people. The reason people hate is because when they look at you, they're hating on you because there's a part of you that you're doing something. It's something within them that they gave up on, right? That they quit. So when they see you doing it, they get disturbed because they say, who are you to think that you can do it? Because when I was thinking about doing it, I didn't have the intestinal fortitude. I didn't have the heart to do it. So how dare you? And you allow that type of energy to pass back to you. Once again, your words become your reality. It wasn't until Gina realized that she had the power that she made a shift. And the only way you figure out the end story is to get the book. But understand this. She thought she didn't have any power. She thought everything revolved around her career. She thought everything she had was this. And now she's in a position where someone took the power away from her. You know, somebody took the power away from her. So what is she to do? What is she to do? You know, No one could figure out. No one could have said that Carl was going to do that to her. Her own assistant was going to do that to her. She had no control over that. She trusted him. Like how we do in life. We trust people to do certain things for us. She trusted him. Who would ever think that he would do that? She had no control over that. So she lost control. So now someone else's mistake or misdeed becomes a very traumatic problem for her. And now she starts speaking negativity of what's going to happen. No one's going to hire her. But are you even looking for a job? Huh? Are you trying to create your own reality? When she realized who she was and what she had within her. Do you hear what I'm saying? When she realized who she was and what she had in her, her whole vibe changed. She started talking a little differently, right? Doesn't mean that adversity is not going to come in the future for her. It doesn't mean that she's going to get her job, she's going to lose her. It doesn't mean any of those things. What it means is that she figured out who she was and she decided she was going to deal with the problem for what it was and not make it out to be something that it wasn't. She understood that her words are going to become her reality, and whatever words that she's putting out there is what she's going to get. When are you going to realize that? When are you listening to this right now? When are you going to realize that your words mean something? That your words create your reality. That the dreams that you're having, in order for you to bring it to fruition, you got to speak it into existence. And the only way you speak it into existence, what are you saying? Only way you speak it into existence, you got to ask yourself, what am I saying now? What am I telling myself now? What are the innermost thoughts that I'm having? Because I may say I believe in myself, but when I get into the inner thinkings of my mind, I'm saying I don't believe in myself. So now, my subconscious is fighting against me because I'm saying one thing, but I'm thinking another. When you line what you think up with what you're saying, then that's when the revelation comes in. That's when new life can come. That's when your new reality can be birthed. See, some of us walking around, we're pregnant right now. We're pregnant. We're pregnant with ideas and thoughts. We're pregnant with ambitions. But we can't birth it because we're not uttering the right things. See, when we utter those things, that's our vitamins that we're getting, right? That's our prenatal vitamins that we're getting to nurture what's in us, the gift that we have within us. We got to take our prenatal vitamins because we incubating our blessing. We getting ready to lay that blessing out, but we can't do nothing with that if we're always speaking negative. Our words become our reality. What is your reality today? And what will be your reality tomorrow? All depends on what you're saying to yourself at this moment. Hey guys, I'm out. Until next week, keep yourself safe and keep on moving forward. And remember, it's never too late to start thinking forward. I'm out. Hello all. Thank you for tuning in to another motivational show. I hope that you may have gained some insight from this show, but please don't forget to like and subscribe to this podcast to stay up to date with our daily dose of inspiration. And if you are a true risk taker and a fan of this show, please go to patreon.com/Creators United. That's Patreon, patreon.com/Creators United, right? And support our show and get some behind the scenes information on how you can empower yourself, your family, and your business to new heights. And if you want to connect, we are available 24/7. You can check us out online at www.pinnaclepointpublishing.com, and you can chat with us or send us an email, or you can send me a direct email at brandon@pinnaclepointpublishing.com, or even give us a call on the horn, as they say, at 1-866-222-3940. And until next time, I'll see you again.